Blessings, blessings, hallelujah. Blessings. Welcome, 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 everybody. Hallelujah to the first episode of Integrative Wellness, Reimagining Mind, Body, and Spirit. This is the first episode of the podcast, and this podcast uh, entails with my business, Kings with two Ks, Health and Wellness. And so I wanted to come live, but due to technical difficulties, I had to do this recorded. So if you're catching this now, it is recorded, but please listen to it in totality. And so if you did not catch last night's quick little podcast, I just gave a synopsis of what we will be doing in this podcast. And like I said, I'm Dr. K. I want to clarify, I am a doctor by way of divinity. Okay. I have a master's degree as a nurse practitioner. Okay. I've been in healthcare since I was 17 years old. So I have been a provider for about 8 years, doing that at advanced practice, care. Prior to that, I already told a little bit of my background. I started as a um, home health, CNA, went to the hospital, tech, phlebotomy, LPN, RN. I was an RN for about 10 years before I went back to school to become a nurse practitioner. I am an adult gerontology acute care nurse practitioner. And so I have done a lot in that. I've worked as a hospitalist, so internal medicine, ER, urgent care, primary care, hospice, veterans health currently right now, and just an array of things. And so I'm going to be reading from my notes just so I can stay on track, because you guys know, if you know me on the ministry aspect, you guys know that I talk a lot. And when I'm passionate about something, I will get off of, the subject, on the subject, but off the subject. So just reiterating what I brought forth last night. So this podcast, Integrative Wellness, Reimagining Mind, Body, and Spirit. Okay, so this podcast seeks to break through the traditional boundaries of healthcare and uncover the root causes of health disparities. So this podcast embodies the core missions of my business, Kings, with Kings Health and Wellness, by offering a fresh, integrative approach to wellness, one that brings balance to the mind, body, and spirit. So here we believe that true health is not simply the absence of disease, but a harmonious alignment of the physical, mental, and spiritual aspects of life. Okay, so a little deeper. Here at King's Health and Wellness, and with this podcast, we understand that health disparities often stem from deeper systemic issues: social, environmental, emotional, spiritual, generational, past hurt, trauma, pain. And these things are often overlooked by conventional medicine. Though there are different entities, you got your mental health, and you got the different things, they sometimes don't come together simultaneously to bring about that integrative medicine, the functional medicine side, the mental health side, the Western side, the holistic side. They don't bring these together. But here at King's Health and Wellness, as well as this podcast, we will be bringing these together. So this podcast is to bring awareness to those underlying factors, while also highlighting how integrative medicine can serve as a powerful tool to overcome these challenges, whether you have chronic illnesses, stress, or simply looking for ways to enhance your overall well-being. We will help you here. And so I believe in optimum health and wellness. Okay. And so though I am your host and you will see me majority of the time, there will be other individuals. I will bring forth fitness coaches, health, life coaches, people who solely deal with mental health, people that deal with trauma, other, health care individuals as well. Christian coaches as well, or counselors, other people, from ministry. So we can give you the wholeness of what's needed to provide you the best care. And so let's just get started today. And so I wanted to start with the episode of myths of health and wellness. So let me pull it up because I did, write out some things. And I just wanted to start here before I started to break down anything else. Okay, so eating fat makes you fat. Okay. I hear this so much, and I'm gonna be honest. I hear this a lot from my community, though. I mean, I hear others, but I hear a lot from my community, and so a lot of times when I'm talking to my community of individuals, whether you consider yourself African American, or whatever nationality you um group yourself in, minority, okay, because they look at fats as being a way that makes them fat, then they eat other things that are not healthy, and then therefore they're not getting the proper nutrients for the body. So, fat, not all fats are bad, okay? Healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oils, are essential for our brain functioning, you guys, hormone production, and absorption of fat soluble vitamins. So, our ADEC vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, K. So, if you're finding yourself deficient in those, then you got to try to find ways, okay? Supplements, yes, okay, but you want to have or provide the best foods that you can as well to get that. So it's the overconsumption of unhealthy trans fats and highly processed foods that can contribute to weight gain, like some of the foods that we see at these fast food places. We have to be careful with those, okay? So I'm just going down my list. Myth: you should drink 8 glasses of water a day. Now, I laugh at this one because that was drilled in me. So here I am all throughout life. Gotta get eight. I gotta get eight. And as I got older, I'm like, well, everybody's built different. Everybody's, composition is different. So, fact, the amount of water each person needs varies based on age, activity level, and climate. Because when I was living in Arizona, whoo, dry heat. So I had to drink more than 8 glasses. I had to keep water on me in certain climates. So it's important to drink when you're thirsty and listen to your body telling you that you're dehydrated. But you do not want to over drink water, because overhydration, okay, can cause for all of your, like, your sodium, your potassium, all of that to go out of whack. People have put themselves in the hospital from over drinking, so we have to be careful. And then you don't want to overdrink, I mean underdrink, because if you underdrink, then you become what? Dehydrated. People get urinary tract infections, kidney stones, your skin can break out. It's so many things that can happen when you're dehydrated. Also, water, okay, that water, and I will talk about that, but our gut is our second neurological system. I have talked about this before, and I have drilled it into people. A lot of times our gut is the source of disease processes that start to spread to other bodies. So if you know that you don't have good gut health, you need to be focusing on your gut. And so that water needs to be there. That helps with individuals with constipation and things of the such. So I will talk about the gut health very soon. So another source to get water is our fruits and our vegetables. So if you know you're not really eating fruits and vegetables, then guess what? You might want to start adding that to your, I don't like to say diet, but your meal plan. Skipping meals help you lose weight. Nah, this is really a myth, because I was taught this growing up too, and I still often hear people in all communities say, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna not eat." No, when you don't eat, your metabolism slows even more, so it keeps on all that extra fat. Okay, so you want to eat, but what I always encourage people: don't eat one, two, three big meals. Eat So prime example, what I do now, I juice and I do smoothies. I do real smoothies. I don't do these smoothies that's out in these restaurants with all these sugars and stuff in it. So I what I normally like to take to work in the morning is a smoothie and either a boiled egg, and then because that's early. Because I get to work early. I'm up every morning by 6, so I'm at work by 7. I start work at 8. If I have a veteran at 8, it depends on how long they are. So let's say I finish one at 10, then I may eat some type of protein bar, okay, and or I may eat another egg, okay, and then I will eat lunch, but my lunch will not be such a big portion. I may eat some lean chicken breast or smoked chicken breast with some plantains and some rice, but in small portions, okay? And then I may even have another snack. I may have a snack, maybe like some cheese and crackers. And then when I get home, that's my biggest meal of the day. But in between that, what am I doing at work? I'm walking, okay? I'm walking. And then when I get home, and I may sit for a minute and eat, because I generally like to eat before 8 or 9. So I will eat and then I will go out and walk. Okay. So skipping meals, just like I said, can slow your metabolism and may lead to overeating later. And that has happened to me before. So regular balanced meals with healthy snacks, I was just saying in between, help you keep your energy level steady and support weight management. So that's very important, you guys. Another myth that we always hear, ooh, carbs are just so bad for you. No, not all carbs are created equal. Complex carbohydrates like whole grains, legumes, and vegetables provide essential nutrients and energy. So we need carbs. I don't know if you guys remember that carb chain, okay? Back in the day. If anybody was in healthcare or just even in school, but it tells you need carbs because carbs provide the essential nutrients and energy that we need. So, of course, what we want to limit the refined carbs, the white breads, the pastries, okay, are the ones that we should limit because they spike blood sugars and lack fiber. So even for individuals that have high glucose or high blood sugar, you're diabetic, you still want carbs. You know, when I used to have a primary care clinic, manage one back in Dallas, I used to always teach the diabetics, about meal prep, meal planning, because I used to do it because I used to do weight loss then. And I would tell them, you still want a balance of everything. So you don't want to totally cut this out and totally cut that out. Now, myth 5, detox diets cleanse your body. Okay. Fact, your body already has a built-in detox system. It's our liver, our kidneys, and our lungs. These are built-in detox systems. While eating clean and healthy is important, detox diets or juices aren't necessarily for eliminating toxins. Instead, they focus on balanced diets, exercise, and hydration for long term. One thing that's good for detoxing is fasting. Though many of us in our ministry, we fast, but intermittent fasting actually helps the gut, because you're giving the gut a break. So intermittent fasting, okay? And then add back on foods, add back on the fruits, add back on the vegetables and things of the such. Do a fruit and vegetable, cleanse and things of the such. But those things actually really help. It's like even when you do the intermittent fasting, or even if you say, okay, well, I'm gonna do 8 hours, and then I'll eat light, it resets the body. Okay. Another myth. You need to exercise for hours every day to stay fit. It's not true. Though Many people love to exercise, and it's nothing wrong if you choose to exercise every day. I'm not telling you not to exercise every day, but quality over quantity matters. Even 30 minutes of moderate exercise, okay, such as walking, swimming, or yoga, okay. And I put that out there for the ones who do yoga, but I don't do yoga, okay. I'm just going to be honest with that. But there are people in, the community of health and wellness that does yoga. I am more so of an individual. I like to walk. I, have some exercising machines that I have gotten. So strengthening my core and things of the such, that is where I am. So, you can do this so many times a week. So several times a week can improve your cardiovascular health, boost your mood, and promote weight maintenance. Consistency is more important than intensity. That's very important because sometimes people think, well, I'm gonna just hit it hard, and then may not pick it back up to no consistency. This is just like in ministry. This is an everyday walk. So the consistency is what's needed. Um, like I said, I normally walk when I get out of work about 4 times a week. But when I do walk, it's not for a short time. I'm pretty high up there on my steps now because that walking feeds my whole mind, body, spirit, and soul. If it gives me clarity, I'm out there talking to God and it makes me feel good. So I'm up to, walking for a little more than an hour. um, Myth 7, supplements are necessary for optimal health. Okay, those supplements are good because I use supplements. Okay, but fact, while certain people may need supplements due to deficiencies, like I was saying earlier, especially, if you are not eating the foods, the fat soluble vitamins, your A, D, E, and K. Okay, also your iron. So most nutrients should come from our what? Our foods. So over reliance on supplements can lead to imbalances and side effects. Always check with, your healthcare provider like myself or whomever, because I tell people, even when people come to me and they just really want me to give them instructions on supplements, I always say, look, this is the thing. I can give you a diversified list of supplements, but you still have to be careful with supplements because, again, it can cause imbalances and side effects. And then if you're on medications and or you have, some type of health disparities, health diseases in your body, and those are not tended to, you can actually do yourself more harm, okay, than good. Even like prime example, okay, sometimes we think, okay, my energy's low, so I'm gonna go and get some ginseng and this and that and that. But then you're taking it and then you feel good for a minute, but then you're right back feeling the same. Why? Because you have not got to the root cause as to why you're feeling that way. You may have um thyroid problems. You may have cortisol problems. You may have low iron. You don't know. So therefore, it's always best to get to the root cause. That's why I'm telling y'all, hence, because some of y'all have came to me and I don't mind giving you a supplement list, but I warn you, you really need to get, like I said, I do a holistic assessment. That holistic assessment goes down up through there. And the ones that are here in Florida, I can, even after that assessment, I can send you for labs. Then we can just get a even more wide base of what's going on. So then we know what we need to do to get to the root cause. Individuals that are not in Florida right now, like I said, I can still do the holistic assessment, get all that information. You can take it to your doctor because some of my sisters have done it before. Literally, they have gotten a holistic assessment from me. They've taken it literally to their doctor, and their doctor have ran the test. And then after they ran the test, they showed me, okay, this is what my values are. And I'm like, okay, this is what you need to speak to your provider on and get these supplements get this done, A, B, and C. Because again, a lot of the providers that most people are going to are not functional medicine. They're not integrative medicine, adding the Western with the functional and the holistic. So we can do that as well. So let's go down to the next one. Healthy eating is expensive. We all say this, but fact, with proper planning, healthy eating can be affordable. Buying seasonal produce, even if you have to buy frozen vegetables, okay? Though we do like um, you know, vegetables that are unfrozen, but many of us, there are fruit markets in our area. There are places that we can go, when they have sales. But it is planning your meals, that meal prep. Whole grains, beans in bulk is cost effective. I don't know about y'all, but see, I'm old school. See, my grandma taught me well. I do not like beans in a can. I get the beans in the bag, okay? Sort them out, clean them, you know, that those things of the such. So we have to plan, because we've gotten in a society to where everything is quick, quick, fast, fast. And you don't need to buy organic or fancy superfoods to eat well. Okay? And we should know that in today's society that we're in. So, myth 9, health is only about diet and exercise. No, it's not. Health is holistic, encompassing what? Just like I said, mental, emotional, spiritual wellness, in addition to physical health. So, managing your stress, that's very important. A lot of times we don't want to admit, and I'm gonna say, especially a lot of us that are in ministry, that we're under stress, but a lot of us be under a lot of stress. And then if you ministry and you got children and you got a husband or wife and you're working and you got a business on the side, guess what? Okay, so managing stress, getting enough sleep, that is so optimal. Maintaining strong social connections and nurturing a positive mindset are all equally important. And it is. And you know what? I literally told God last night, because I've always had issues with sleeping since the age of 12, but I know for spiritual reasons as to why. But now I'm like, okay, now I have to really maneuver my bed around. And what I mean by that is, that's another thing. If you know your bed is not comfortable, get you another bed. Okay. But what I have started to do since I'm gonna say June of 2023, because of everything that I do, I started to take my work to my bed. At first, I was not doing that. If any of you guys noticed any of my lives when I was, doing ministry in 2023, you would see me sitting at a table that was downstairs. See, when I was downstairs, I left every computer downstairs, every stack of papers, everything was downstairs. Now I didn't maneuver all that stuff up the steps. I got two computers, all type of papers, stat all that. And that actually will disrupt your sleeping patterns too, because when you're at work and things like that, you're geared to do work. So if that's in your sleeping habitation, your mind is not able to even settle down and rest. So now I know, I told the Father, I said by October, I said, I got to turn this all the way around. I said, I got to move all this stuff back downstairs. And that's what I'm doing, because my sleep had got better. But then now it's just like the song all the way turned up. I don't know if y'all know that old school song, but it's like, that's how I am. I can be exhausted and be so tired at work, get home, and I'm like a deer with headlights in my room. Now, myth 10, more exercise always means better health. Fact, over exercising can lead to burnout, injuries, and stress. Rest and recovery are crucial to improving fitness and overall balance. So the key here is balance, okay? A balanced fitness regime. Okay. And so let me see. I'm gonna go into like one more thing because I don't, like I said, I have so much. I have something set for each week, and I kind of want to stay under like 40 minutes, 30 if 30 and under if optimal some days. Um, let's go to, okay, another myth. These are a couple myths. Myth one, you can change your metabolism. It's just genetic. Fact, while genetics do play a role in determining your baseline metabolism, it's not set in stone. Factors like physical activity, muscle mass, diet, sleep, and even stress management can influence your metabolic rate. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to bring my water. So, strength training can build muscle, which increases your resting metabolic rate because muscle burns more calories than fat. So, high intensity interval training has also been shown to boost metabolism long after your workout is finished. So, while you may have inherited a certain metabolic tendency, lifestyle changes can significantly impact that. Because I hear that a lot too. Well, this is just my metabolism. And it's not true. It's not true because I noticed with me and even my children, we always had a very high metabolism. So even when I was younger, though I was always shapely, but when I was in junior high and high school, I was wearing like three between a 3 and a 5. It really took for me to have children to gain the weight that I have, and then not having the best lifestyle of managing my weight and things of the such, that my metabolism had got horrible because, like I said, all that your sleep, stress, what you eat, all that has a role in that. But now, since I put myself back on the health and wellness journey, I literally, like 20 something pounds, is off of me. I'm back down to 165. Now what I want to focus on is toning up, like my gut, toning up, doing more cardio. That is where I'm at now. Okay. Myth two, losing weight is just about calories in versus calories out. This is the fact. This is oversimplified view of how weight loss works. While creating a calorie deficit is essential for losing weight, the type of calories you consume and hormonal responses also play a huge role. This is very important because some of you are doing this, but you're not losing weight. Hormonal responses, okay? And the type of calories that you are consuming can play a huge role. For example, consuming 500 calories of sugary food will affect your blood sugar and insulin levels differently than 500 calories of lean protein or healthy fats. So additionally, factors like stress, sleep, gut health. I just told y'all that gut is so important. Matter of fact, I'm going to cover the gut next week. Okay. And hormones like your insulin, cortisol, just was talking about that, your leptin, all contribute to how your body stores or burns fat. So the calories in versus calories out approach ignores the complexity of metabolic processes, especially for people with conditions like insulin resistance, thyroid imbalances, cortisol high, people with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. So there's so many factors. That's why I'm gonna keep telling y'all, hint, hint, get the holistic assessment. Get the labs drawn, the functional medicine labs. I literally the other day sat on the phone with a woman from Virginia, from Navy Fed, okay, and was helping her. And she was like, man, and so I'm going to reach out to her to see if she got those labs and stuff done. But yes, you got to know the root cause. So sometimes we're not losing weight, and and we're taking all these supplements, and we're not seeing a change in our energy, or or anything, because there's a root cause. So we got to get to the root cause, guys. As you get older, it's normal to feel tired all the time. I had to put this one in there, y'all. Fact, while aging does bring certain physiologic changes, chronic fatigue is not a normal part of aging. It's not. Because I hear people like, oh, I'm getting old. That's why this, that's why that. No, there are individuals that are older than us, 60, 70, 80, that are in better health than some of us that are in our 20s, 30s, and 40s, okay? And 50s. So it's not about that. Is often a sign of underlying issues such as what? Poor sleep quality, undiagnosed medical conditions, anemia, thyroid. That's just a few. Nutrient deficiencies. I was just saying the ADEC vitamins, even B6, B12, things of the such, or your lifestyle factors. Okay, if you're out here eating wrong, and if your eating consists of, okay, let me get up and have 3 beers in the morning, then guess what? Yeah, okay, you're gonna feel just fatigued and not right. Okay, a common culprit is muscle loss, which is called sarcopenia, which can begin as early as your 30s, if not counteracted by resistant exercises and adequate protein intake. That's why it is okay to have protein. Sometimes we have a tendency, oh, well, I want to eat the meats. And yes, it's okay to have proteins. It's just the amount of protein that many are consuming that's causing other issues. Okay. And if you are a vegan, there's other ways to get your protein. So the truth is that with the right combination of nutrients, exercise, and preventative health, many people maintain high energy levels into their older ages. Sometimes, y'all, I'll be seeing some older people and I'll be like, well, gosh, darn it. I said, I said, Lord, no. I said, I got to get it together. So, yes, it's not about age. Myth 4: mental health issues like anxiety and depression are only caused by life events or psychological factors. I had to include this one in. Fact: while life experiences and psychological stress plays a role in mental health, biological factors also do have a significant influence, okay? They can, but also this can cause mental health issues, chronic inflammation in the body. I've talked about inflammation so much. Too many sugars, okay, can cause inflammation. Too many of the wrong carbs, too many of the wrong fats can cause chronic inflammation. I noticed when I started to wean myself off of certain foods, the pain, the bone pain and stuff that I was having stopped. Okay. So chronic inflammation, gut health. I'm going to keep talking about that gut. Nutrient deficiencies like your omega 3s, your magnesium, your vitamin Ds. That's just some. And hormonal imbalances, especially women, that are going through the change. Okay. This can all contribute to conditions like anxiety and depression. And men, even with low testosterone, this can be a factor for you. So there's a strong connection between the gut brain axis, okay, where gut bacteria influence brain chemistry. We talking about that gut next week, so y'all better tune in. Moreover, conditions like chronic stress raise cortisol levels, okay, which over time can also impact brain function, mood, and energy levels. One of my sisters came to me because I told her to start taking the vitamin D3 and K2. I'm taking that. And she said her moods and she's not getting all hot at night, the change. She was like, oh my gosh, she's like, it really helps. Yes, it do. So I'm gonna back up. Conditions like chronic stress, raise cortisol levels, which can over time impact brain function, mood, and energy levels. So, addressing mental health holistically as well by considering both biological and psychological factors is crucial for long-term recovery. And I like that because you know what? Sometimes I know quite a bit about the mental health, though I didn't go and become a mental health psychiatric nurse practitioner, but I did mental health as well as a nurse. And so I know sometimes mental health, your mental health patients are put on all these medications, but not looking at the overallness of them and what it is. So, myth 5, you can you can spot reduce fat from certain areas of your body. Fat, there's no way to specifically target fat loss from certain areas of your body, such as your belly, arms, or thighs, through exercise alone. Fat loss occurs systematically, meaning the body burns fat from all over, and genetics determine where you lose it first. While abdominal exercise can strengthen and tone your core muscles, they won't selectively burn belly fat. And women, we know, okay? The most effective way to reduce body fat is through a combination of overall calorie reduction, strength training, and cardiovascular exercise. Okay, I'm gonna finish these up and then we're gonna be done. Okay, I don't want to overload you guys. Um, but if you cannot listen to this in totality, just break it up. Myth 6, if you're not losing weight, you're not trying hard enough. You know, we done heard this stuff before, and that's not true. Weight loss can be extremely complex, and plateaus are common. Factors like, again, hormonal imbalances, chronic inflammation, medications, environmental factors, okay? What you're putting in your body, the type of foods that you're eating, and even gut health can affect your weight loss. Okay. So, for example, chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which leads to fat retention, especially around the midsection. So, many of us, okay, that really didn't have a belly, okay, even after having 4 kids, I have 4 beautiful babies. If I could show you guys the picture after I had my fourth son, okay, 15 years ago, I had on I was in the world in, but I had on a very short dress, skin tight, no belly. Okay. So the just life's stress, life going through has caused for me to get a gut that I don't like, but I'm getting rid of it. That's all I can say. Okay, so chronic stress raises cortisol levels, lead to fat retention, especially around the midsection. Similarly, sleep deprivation affects hormones. Okay, which controls hunger. Okay. Metabolic conditions like what? Hypothyroidism, or like I was saying earlier, your polycystic ovarian syndrome, your PCOS, also makes weight loss more difficult. So it is important to take an approach that looks at beyond diet and exercise to uncover these hidden obstacles. Okay. Let me see. Let me go down. A plant-based diet guarantees better health. While plant-based diets can be very healthy and help reduce the risk of chronic diseases, they are not automatically healthy if poorly planned. Because some people think, I've seen vegans say, well, I don't eat meat and stuff, but they up there eating McDonald's French fries. I don't know about that. So, for example, highly processed vegan foods such as fake meats and vegan snacks are often low in nutrients and high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and additives. People following a plant based diet also need to ensure they're getting enough protein, omega 3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, iron, calcium, which are more easier found in animal products. They are, okay? I'm not telling nobody to stop your diet. I'm just giving myths. Okay. A healthy plant-based diet emphasizes whole foods like you got to have your vegetables, your legumes, your nuts, your seeds, and whole grains while minimizing processed foods. Okay, eating after 8 can cause weight gain. The idea that eating late at night leads to weight gain is more about what and how much you eat rather than when. So, if you're consuming more calories than your body needs or reaching a very high calorie processed snack late at night, that will lead to weight gain. But if you get up and you say, "Well, I'm a little hungry, let me eat a little salad, let me eat some carrots and with a little bit of dip or something," that's that's fine. However, if you're eating healthy, like I said, balanced meals, the time itself has less impact. So your body digests and metabolizes food continuously day and night. So consistency in meal timing, especially for people with metabolic conditions, may help. Okay, but it's not hard and a fast rule for everyone. Um, Myth 10, you need to go gluten free to be healthy. Okay. Going gluten free is essential for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivities, even people with eczema. Okay. But for the majority of people, gluten is not inherently harmful. Whole grains that contain gluten, such as wheat, barley, and rye, are rich in nutrients like fiber, B vitamins, and antioxidants. So, the rise in popularity of gluten free diets has led to the misconception that gluten is bad for everyone. In reality, many gluten free processed foods are low in fiber and high in sugar or unhealthy fats, making less nutritious than whole grain counterparts. So I hope this kind of helped, people as well. Also, I talked about the fasting. Okay, so fasting or skipping meals boosts metabolism and burns fat faster. No, it doesn't, because I didn't say it in that manner. I was saying fasting helps, you know, it helps regenerate and or reset the gut. But here it's saying fasting or skipping meals. I told you skipping meals is not good at all. But this is the myth. So no, it's not good to skip meals because it's going to help burn fat faster. It's not. So fasting intermittent can be effective for some people. So you have to know if it's good for you or not. But for others, especially women with hormonal imbalances, it can backfire. So skipping meals or extended fasting can raise stress levels, raise cortisol, which can lead to fat storage, especially around the abdomen. And so, for those with thyroid and adrenal issues, fasting can disrupt hormone production and worsen fatigue. Additionally, if not done correctly, fasting can lead to muscle loss, which lowers metabolism in the long run. And so, this is true for certain people. So, that's why even when I used to, do the weight loss years ago, I'm doing it now in this business. I would never prescribe phentermine to individuals that had very bad thyroid issues, because phentermine makes you do what? Not eat. So that would end up causing an even major disruption of their thyroid. They can go Hashimoto's, Graves, and it can throw everything off. So I would not subscribe or prescribe. I'm sorry, um, phentermine for individuals with thyroid. But now they do have, okay, the injections. And even with the injections, and I will talk about that in a later segment, can be harmful. You have to be careful with all of these things. That's why you have to know, again, you know your body wholly, mind, body, spirit, and soul. You got to get your labs drawn. You got to see where you're deficient at and things of the such before you're put on supplements, before you take on certain meal prep plannings. People still want to say diet. I don't like to say diet. So you have to be careful, because you want what's going to be right for you to help you lose weight. So hence, if some of you guys are seeing right now that what you're currently on or doing is not helping, then you need to get you a holistic assessment. Okay. And then you need to get labs drawn. Okay. And then after that, then we can start, sorting things out and getting to the root cause. So you can therefore have the right meal planning, the right supplements if needed, and the right exercise and everything that you need that'll be optimum for your overall health. And so I'm signing out on today, Dr. K, Ambassador K. I am on here. This is the new podcast, Integrative Wellness, Reimagining Mind, Body, and Spirit. And as the owner and only provider of Kings with two Ks, health and wellness, I am here to get to the root cause of health disparities, looking at everything family line, mind, body, spirit, soul, any type of hurt, pain, trauma, anything that you have been through. So then therefore I can guide you back to optimum health. And of course, I include my ministry factor in there as well. I am spiritually led by the Father to help people. And he shows me I am one of the ones, okay? I am a seer that can see what is going on in somebody's body. Okay. I can see. And so I'm here to bring all of that to help my brothers and sisters. And so on that note, I am out because now y'all see I can't talk. Like I said, I have not had any water. I forgot my water. Sorry, y'all. And we will be back next week. And I plan on being live. You can catch this podcast replay on all the platforms for now. Okay. So if you go to King's Health and Wellness, it'll be there. If you go to my main page, it'll be there. If you go to Spotify, it will be there as well. Also, though, I do have a dynamic lineup for each week of what I'm going to discuss. If there is something specifically that you guys want me to discuss, I need you to put it out there. You can put it on here. You can inbox me. You can email me. I have two emails, but the easiest one right now for everybody is Kings with two Ks, kingswellness@gmail.com. I do have a business email for all my business endeavors, but for the sake of this podcast, kingswellness@gmail.com. Dr. K, Ambassador K signing out. Share this to somebody so you can know the myths of health and wellness. You guys be blessed and you have a great day in the Lord. Signing out.